We're headed off on an adventure of a lifetime. We're in Alaska and we're driving the Dalton Highway to Prudhoe Bay. Prudhoe Bay is considered the start or end point of the Pan American Highway, the network of roads that connect the northern and southern points of the Americas, from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska to Ushuaia, Argentina. The Dalton Highway is 414 miles or 666 kilometers of mostly gravel road that starts north of Fairbanks from the Elliott Highway and ends in Dead Horse or Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. It's one of the most rugged roads in the U.S. It's a journey with quite treacherous road conditions, even in the summer. It has limited services, but it lends itself to beautiful, remote Alaskan tundra landscapes. A journey to the most northerly drivable point in Alaska. This road is not for the faint of heart and better left for those with four-wheel drive. We had no problem in our Chevy Colorado ZR2. It's made for roads like this. But we spoke to several fellow travelers that said the road conditions are much worse than the Dempster Highway, which runs through the Canadian Northwest Territories to the Arctic Ocean in Tuktoyaktuk. We even spoke with a Jeep owner who turned back halfway to Prudhoe Bay. The road was primarily built to support the transatlantic pipeline that transverses from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez, Alaska. Therefore, the majority of the travel on the highway is 18-wheelers supporting the oil and gas industry in the north. You can see the pipeline for the majority of the drive as it's mainly alongside the road. The Dalton Highway is the only road in Alaska that crosses the Arctic Circle. The road passes through the Brooks Mountain Range and the Antigon Pass, which at 4,739 feet is the highest pass in Alaska. There are several campsites that are along the Dalton that we would put in our top 10 Alaska campsites, after having camped at over 30 sites, namely Galbraith Lake and Marion Creek. Given the road conditions and the isolation, carrying extra food and water is a must. And if you see a vehicle stopped at the side of the road, make sure that you stop and ask if they need assistance. Depending on your vehicle's gas range, you may or may not need to carry extra gas. There are several stops at oilfield camps along the route to fuel up. Don't even look at the price, just fill her up. The gas stops are all marked on the iOverlander app.
So big day today. We're bundled up. We are headed to the top of the world.
Prudhoe Bay.
Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, and we're gonna hopefully dip our feet into the Arctic Ocean.
It's July 18th, and the weather has kind of turned pretty bad, so we're wearing the toque and the jacket. It's pretty cold out. It is 44 Fahrenheit or 7 degrees Celsius.
We're about an hour outside of Prudhoe Bay, just south of Prudhoe Bay right now, but we've been having a great trip up the Dalton Highway. The weather's been pretty reasonable.
Weather's been really good, actually. I like the weather.
Yeah. Kind of like Canadian fall, like cool,
Yeah.
Warm during the day, a little cooler at night, but we definitely woke up this morning and it's cool. And
This is the coldest the truck has ever seen. This is the coldest temperature the truck has actually been in.
And also it's really cloudy today, but our trip to the Arctic Ocean isn't until 3:30. You do have to take a shuttle, so I'm hoping maybe it's gonna clear off a little bit between then, so because I don't know how much we're gonna see. We're gonna see like the water's edge, but either way, we're gonna get there.
Prudhoe Bay is the northernmost town in Alaska and home to the Dead Horse oil field operations. The town itself is really just an oil field camp with an airport, general store, several restaurants, and lodging accommodation buildings for the transient oil workers. Tourists can book lodging when visiting should you wish to spend a night before heading back down the Dalton. Taking the Arctic Ocean Shuttle is the only way to reach the Arctic Ocean, as it's in a restricted access area that is operated by the oil fields. The shuttle itself is very cool. While not a tour of the oil fields, it passes through active oil field drilling sites and operations, which is cool to see. Plus, the tour host, Jack, is very knowledgeable and offers tons of commentary about the oil operations and the wildlife and vegetation in the area. The day we visited the ocean, the air temperature was about 2 degrees Celsius and the water was about 4 degrees Celsius. This is Jumpin' Jack Flash, the tour host. He leads the brave souls into the ocean and polar plunges daily. We weren't as brave. We only went knee deep. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next amazing adventure as we explore more of Alaska.